Being born to a world-renowned figure makes it difficult to remain hidden. Having a mother like Madonna, the undisputed queen of pop, makes dodging the paparazzi and journalists an absolute nightmare. Lourdes Leon, Madonna's firstborn, lives with that truth. Lourdes has spent her entire life fighting to separate herself from her mother, who casts a tall shadow over her. But let's be honest, being brave pays off. If you're brave and fearless like Madonna, people will inevitably compare you to her. Lourdes has remained a public figure thanks to her courageous demeanor. Lourdes has proven over and again that she is not a carbon copy by hitting back at nosy followers, revealing incredible makeovers, and even starring in an orgy. However, before we delve into her rise to fame, how about we take a brief stroll down memory lane? In her diary entries that the media obtained, Madonna recounted her initial experience as a mother, which was a blend of amazement and astonishment. Her awe was palpable when she beheld her unborn child on the ultrasound screen. She thought the little creature was dancing, flailing its arms, and possibly even sucking its thumb. Because she was engrossed in the experience, she thought she could hear laughter. However, that did not occur until October 14, 1996. Maria Ciccone Leon, of Lourdes, was born to Madonna at Good Samaritan Hospital in Los Angeles, marking her first child. The news was relayed to the press by Dr. Paul Fleisch, who had set up camp outside to get updates. Carlos Leon, Lourdes' dad, had met Madonna while running in Central Park. They learned to co-parent while following Lourdes' birth, even though their romance didn't endure long after she gave birth. He was her personal trainer at the time. People were guessing about Madonna's school choice for Lourdes when she was a tiny girl. Although Madonna considered the more conventional option at the UK's Cheltenham Ladies' College, she ultimately decided to attend London's Lycée Français Charles de Gaulle. It seemed like the perfect match for what Madonna wanted for her daughter, a rigorous school that stressed proficiency in French by the age of 8. Lourdes Leon was a star in the making from a young age, showing up in several of her mother's memorable occasions. At the 2003 MTV Video Music Awards, she made a memorable cameo by delicately tossing petals onto the stage as Madonna was performing. In addition to appearing in a 2009 alternate version of the Celebration music video, she contributed background vocals to Madonna's 2012 album Superstar, written with Lourdes in mind, which was included on the MDNA album. Madonna wasted no time stoking Lourdes' artistic interests. She enrolled her in ballet lessons when she was 3 years old. As a young woman, Lourdes went to the prestigious arts-focused LaGuardia High School in New York. Here she crossed paths with Timothée Chalamet, and soon after, romance rumors began to circulate. Their 2013 formal relationship status brought a touch of youthful romanticism to Lourdes' already captivating existence, influenced by her upbringing under the tutelage of one of the most legendary pop performers in the world. A follower of Madonna's path to college, Lourdes Leon enrolled at Michigan after finishing high school. Before relocating to New York, Madonna resided there for a number of years on a dancing scholarship. Thus, she wholeheartedly supported Lourdes carrying on the family legacy. Prior to Lourdes' official decision, the two had even visited the campus multiple times. Upon arrival, she began her unseen pursuit of a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in musical theater and dance. During one of her classes at Michigan, Lourdes experienced a profound moment where she learned a new way to connect with her body and movement. For her, it was an entirely novel form of expression, and the experience stayed with her. She initially resisted delving further into her love of dance, but eventually gave in. This prompted her to change her plans and enroll at a school in New York. Lourdes was hell-bent on stepping out of her mom's celebrity shadow and creating her own path in life, going so far as to pay for her own college. She avoided the typical pitfalls of being the child of a globally recognized icon because, despite her privileged upbringing, she had Madonna's tough love to keep her grounded. Lady Gaga's Leon, then 13 years old, co-founded the fashion label Material Girl with her mom, Madonna, in 2010. A person with a special blend of enthusiasm and confidence, who cares but doesn't obsess, is the ideal brand ambassador, according to Madonna's description in a promotional video. With an individual who combines a love of material possessions with an independent attitude. In due time, Kelly Osbourne and Taylor Momsen alternated as Material Girl's faces, perfectly encapsulating the spirit. Lourdes was already making strides toward her goals the next year. She launched a range of cosmetics for Macy's under the Material Girl umbrella when she was just 14 years old. Getting dolled up for a party is usually a good mood booster for Lourdes, and she talked about her passion of beauty in an interview with a teen magazine. Everything from body lotions to nail paints were part of the collection, and they were all packaged in bright, energetic colors that shouted youth. Lourdes took an active role, particularly in selecting fragrances, which she confessed were horrifying, before settling on the best ones. Lourdes has collaborated with some of the most recognizable names in fashion throughout the years, solidifying her place in the industry. Among the many brands that have used her in their advertising campaigns are Marc Jacobs, Tom Ford, Burberry, Savage X Fenty, Gypsy Sport, Dion Lee, and Mugler. By making her New York Fashion Week catwalk debut in 2018, she cemented her position as someone other than Madonna's daughter. She broke through in September of 2021 when her photo appeared on the cover of American Vogue, sharing the cover with Bella Hadid, Kaia Gerber, and Precious Lee, among other famous models. However, the Lourdes' influence extends far beyond the realm of haute couture. The fact that she became the spokesperson for the limited edition 3000 Zero Sugar flavor of Coca-Cola in 2023 is evidence of how influential she has grown. Lourdes is establishing her own unique mark in the entertainment and fashion worlds with all these achievements. Lourdes continued to make waves in January of 2023 when she signed on as an ambassador for Makeup Forever. On Instagram, the company revealed her new position. She stands out as a new, innovative force whose values are in perfect harmony with their own. The release of their new HD Skin Liquid Foundation and this partnership happened at the same time. Lourdes reached a new height in her burgeoning career in the beauty and fashion industries with her appearance in the campaign, which also featured actor Johnny May and singer Gwen Xiaotong. Defying the stereotype that she is just another spoiled celebrity child, Lourdes Leon has always been adamant about forging her own path. She made it clear in an interview that she has worked tirelessly to establish her own profession, adamantly rejecting the notion that anything had been given to her. In September 2024, she was rewarded for her efforts with a spot on the cover of Vogue, joining other notable models including Anna Kiai, Bella Hadid, and Kaia Gerber. Modern beauty standards, with an emphasis on diversity and inclusion, were the subject of the issue. In it, Ariel Nicholson was also a character, achieving a first by being on the cover as an openly transgender model. As a result of her modeling career, Lourdes has been included in prominent campaigns and walked the catwalk for renowned designers, attesting to her skill and determination to become a household name in the fashion industry. Lourdes has further solidified her position in the industry by walking the runway for multiple shows in addition to her ambassador role. Some of her tattoos, such Mom and Dad, are prominently displayed in her campaign images, as well as the butterflies that adorn her breast, which provide a sense of individuality to her dynamic style. When it comes to clothing, Lourdes Leon is a master statement maker. She wore a daring catsuit and dazzling golden accessories to close up the Marine Sarah show at Paris Fashion Week. A ripped black dress that incorporated elements of grunge and glam caused quite a stir at an Etnies shop event in Barcelona just last May. A cross necklace and chunky black boots gave it a gothic chic vibe that had people talking. However, when Lourdes attended Marc Jacobs' New York City Fall 2024 show in July, she kept it sexy. Lourdes wore a risky cutout mini dress with netting panels and stood out among celebrities like Yuba Hassan and Cardi B. Big hoops, stacked necklaces, and a watch completed her accessories, which she paired with sparkly heels and a stylish purse. She wore subtle makeup, just pink lip color and black eyeliner, with waves of long black hair. She later posed for a photo with her musician and close friend Ear Theater, who was also present for the performance. Additionally, her modeling career is on the rise. Actress Lourdes has been killing it as the face of David Coma's latest collection, channeling the edgy spirit of the label to a T. She flaunted her self-assurance in a series of audacious images taken while dressed provocatively. In one scene, she openly displayed her tattoos while doing a split in a bodysuit wrapped with tassels. In another, she locked eyes with the camera while wearing a feather and sequin skirt without a top. David Coma gushed about Lourdes, calling her the epitome of the Coma girl, strong and alluring at the same time, carefree but never letting her guard down, and young yet wise beyond her years. Leon, played by Lourdes, has her own distinct personality, yet every once in a while she'll do something that makes Madonna wink. Consider the Grammys that will be held in 2023. Many were captivated by Lourdes' attire, which appeared to pay homage to the famous cone bra that Madonna sported during her Blonde Ambition tour in 1990. Since Madonna had recently announced her Celebration tour and was speaking at the show, it felt like a complete circle. This made for a great bond with extended family. Lourdes had dipped into her mom's closet before, though. Lourdes sported the identical cone bra in 2012, as Madonna was doing her MDNA tour. Actually, Madonna's clothing line's Twitter even had a photo of her wearing it before removing it. It's obvious that Lourdes isn't shy about embracing those memorable moments from her mom's legendary career, even as she does her own thing. However, Lourdes isn't merely carrying on her mother's style. She's also stepping into the music industry and becoming a star there. Lourdes Leon's mom was a major influence in getting her started performing at a young age. She made her VMAs debut as a flower girl during the 2003 performance of Like a Virgin by Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera at the MTV Video Music Awards when she was barely 6 years old. Later on, in 2009, she appeared in her mom's celebration video, when she displayed some impressive acrobatic skills. Lourdes may have only had a brief appearance in the video, but her dancing skills were immediately apparent. While she was in Tel Aviv, Israel, rehearsing Madonna's Give It To Me, a video of her dancing went viral on YouTube later that year. It was clear that she was becoming an expert dancer because she had the routines memorized. Lourdes demonstrated her versatility at the live performance, going beyond her dancing skills. As an additional musical talent, she sang Devil Wouldn't Recognize You with her mom on piano. Lourdes has always been in the company of musicians and performers, but she has made it plain that, although she loves to dance, singing isn't her current priority. She said she isn't ruling anything out in an interview from 2021. No matter what she creates, she always makes sure to inject her own style and personality into it. But a year later, he would finally decide to try his hand at music. In August of 2022, she released her debut single under the moniker Lola Hall on the Mad Decent label Chemical X. Later that year, she released Contradiction, her second single, following her breakthrough single Lock and Key. Go, her debut EP, was released in November 2022 and featured both of these songs. It was a daring endeavor that demonstrated her fearlessness in exploring new sonic territory. Neither did Lourdes avoid making an aesthetic statement. She dropped Spelling in October 2023, and the song video was reminiscent of Madonna's Frozen era. However, the singles weren't the only focus. In September 2023, she also performed live for the first time at the Bravo Madrid Music Festival, proving that her rising stardom is well-deserved. Lourdes is obviously expressing herself and flaunting her distinct style in all her endeavors, be it music or fashion. Lourdes, who is very like her mother in that she never holds back from saying what's on her mind, isn't exactly a social media devotee. And her opinions have always been heard. She claimed that Instagram is full of false personalities and does not represent real life in 2021, calling it the biggest hoax of all time. It was terrifying for the Lourdes who like things to stay real that everyone was making these perfect, unrealistic representations of themselves. To her, the manicured internet world represents the antithesis of honesty and being oneself everywhere. In spite of her intense dislike, Lourdes did join the social media scene by creating an Instagram account and sharing photos from her partnerships with labels like Stella McCartney for Adidas and Juicy Couture. However, it became immediately clear that Lourdes wasn't playing as comments began to pour in on her page. There were a lot of profanities in her unedited comments. When a fan inquired about Lourdes' musical debut, she responded, "I'll sing at your funeral." We later removed the comment. However, the impact was long-lasting. Lourdes has been very forthright about her fundamental distaste for social networking, acknowledging that it has frequently harmed her self-esteem. Chemical X, the record company she collaborates with, is the sole account she follows on Instagram, despite her large and verified following. Additionally, she has publicly questioned the algorithms used by social media platforms and is not a fan of TikTok. She thinks the world is trapped in an ongoing loop of content consumption, with the only purpose of converting people into consumers. But she has figured out how to make these platforms work for her, turning them into something entertaining and even humorous, completely turning the tables on the way social media is typically utilized. Lourdes Leon has never been one to conform, and that certainly includes the way she deals with the feedback she gets about her looks. A 2017 snapshot of her in a bikini that revealed her underarm hair made her the object of internet harassment. Some were quite vocal about their opinions on the matter, while others were less enthusiastic. Being Lourdes, though, she couldn't care less. Being oneself has never been an issue for her, and she has no problem maintaining her underarm hair if that is what it takes. The remarks continued pouring, and even after Madonna shared a new photo of herself with Lourdes in 2018, this time with an even more unfiltered appearance. Yet Lourdes remained resolute, answering her detractors with her signature "come at me" demeanor. It's obvious that her only motivation is to satisfy herself. Lourdes are innately rebellious. Close associates of Madonna have said that she has always had this resolute, uncompromising side. She has a history of defying authority and making her own judgments, which has led to disagreements with her parents on topics such as body art, tattoos, piercings, and clothing choices. Lourdes stands out in part because of her defiant nature. Even in more contentious situations, like her 2019 participation in a simulated orgy at Art Basel, Miami, she is not scared to go against the grain. Even though it was a well-publicized event, Lourdes remained unfazed. The one with explicit photos, her mom's book, is likely the ideal introduction for Lourdes to embrace this aspect of her personality. Lourdes isn't the only one that stirs up trouble. She also has an impeccable fashion sense. She always knows how to steal the show, whether she's posting daring photos of herself in a black lace catsuit to Instagram or strutting her thing at the Met Gala. Lourdes just posted a photo of herself looking stunning in a sheer catsuit and black sneakers, exuding an aura of casual sensuality. As she proudly displayed her trademark style in a mirror selfie, her long black hair fell down her back, giving an insight into her world where she is fusing music, style, and a great deal of self-assurance. It was the ideal combination of fashion and attitude.